I'm good.
Okay, so we're just gonna start. I just want to ask you a couple of questions about your reading habits and maybe about your school and things like that. And then Shweta's gonna ask you some questions about your book and all of the stuff that you've been doing and how cool that is. So does that sound good? Any concerns? Anything you don't want to talk about? You're like, no, I'm very secretive about my book. I don't want to talk about it. No, all good.
Yes.
So I want to ask you, Swastik, what age did you start reading, like on your own?
Yeah.
How old
What?
when you started reading on your own?
When I was 3, I started reading on my own.
Okay, wow. And what kind of books were you reading at that point?
I was reading storybooks.
Ah, and then since then, like, how did you go along, like choosing? So, what kind of books do you like to read now? Like, are there any authors or any like fiction books, non-fiction books, spy books, anything like that?
I like to read the books which have pictures and some adventurous stories.
Adventurous stories, nice. And how do you choose like a new book for yourself? Do your mom and dad help you pick, or do you choose them on your own?
I choose them on my own.
Yeah, how do you choose like books? Do you just go to a store and choose what you like,
Yes.
or do you read like online reviews? Do you read anything online or watch any YouTube videos about books? And
No.
go to a store and pick it up on your own.
Yes.
Old fashioned, I like that. Um, so, do you have any kind of reading activities at school that you do?
Yes.
Uh,
There is library in our school.
how often does that happen?
It happens have every week.
Every week. Okay. And do you like read any newspapers or anything like that at school or at home?
Yes, in the school, but not at home.
What kind of newspapers in the school?
The normal Hindustan Times, Times of India.
Okay, so like normal newspapers that even your mom and dad read.
Yes.
Acha. No, like young newspapers like NIE or anything like that. Robin Age, Newshuttle,
Yes, and
NIE. Do you like NIE? Like, what do you like about it?
uh, I like the news that yeah, I like the news that in it comes and the comic strips.
Okay. So you like, so you say news. So you show like you have interest in like current news and what's going on in the world right now.
Yes.
But do you feel like in NIE or in like any other newspapers, do you think that it's easy enough for you or even like your classmates to understand? Or do you wish there was like something that was more for your age?
No, it is good.
It is good. But if there were like a newspaper that were more geared towards like your age with maybe articles written by the kids your age or people like you, and then something that showcase like a lot of different like general knowledge and science and news about today's events and things like that, and very colorful with a lot of pictures and everything like that, would that be interesting to you?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. So we are actually currently working on a newspaper like that. So Shweta, who will talk to you in a little bit as well, she has created this newspaper called Newshuttle, and basically we are helping her to help grow the newspaper a little bit. We work for a company called Enterprise. So this newspaper, if that's something that sounds interesting to you, that's awesome because we want more kids like you to be reading it. And are how much difference do you find like your age kids having in school in reading, like your classmates?
Um, Mostly of my classmates do not like reading. They do not like even writing something, but some of my classmates love them.
Love them. Okay. And have they like read your book when you to them? What was their reaction when they knew that you published a book?
Sorry, I didn't listen.
What was their reaction? Like, how did they feel when they knew that you published a book? Were they like, "That's cool, we want to read it," or
Yes, some of my friends ignored, but some liked it so much that they asked me that when my other book comes.
Yeah, that was good. That was going to be my next question. When's the next book coming out? Okay, great. So I think that's all I had from my side. Thank you so much, Swastik, for answering. Shweta, do you want to go ahead and ask your questions?
Sure. Hi, Swastik. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Swastik. Welcome to the interview. And Abhishek has already warmed you up with some starting questions. Abhishek, do you need to mute?
Yeah.
No.
I'm going to mute and then I'm just going to try turning my video off also. Swastik, if that's okay, let me know. Or if you prefer, if I keep my video on, you can tell me that as well, okay?
No.
No problem?
It's fine.
Swastik takes the center stage. Thank you, Swastik, for agreeing to do an interview with Newshuttle powered by Enterprise. So before we start, I wanted to know a little bit about a small intro from you, like your school, how old are you exactly, what's your complete name, which city do you live?
My name is Swastik Jain and I am in New Delhi. My school is Prudence School.
Okay.
I'm 10 years
And how
old.
old are you? You're 10 now. Okay.
Yes.
Fantastic. I read the book and I found it really very interesting. Could you
Thank
tell
you.
me what got you into writing? I mean, what was the reason? Why did you think of writing a book at such an early age?
Actually, it was my birthday and my friend Kanishk. Actually, it was my birthday and my friend Kanishk gave me two books, Gulliver's Travel and Shakespeare. I didn't like Shakespeare, but I loved Gulliver's Travel. So it inspired me so much that I wrote a book, FIVAB. Here it is.
Wow, I love the cover. It is so brilliantly designed. Beautiful.
Actually, I only designed it, and the car here you can see. This is my toy car.
Wow, this is so awesome. This is so awesome. Lovely. So you designed the book cover also.
Yes.
That's very interesting. So you were inspired by reading a book. So you definitely believe that reading is essential, isn't it?
Yes.
Awesome. So was this your first attempt on reading, or were there any unpublished books, novels, stories you've already written before this?
Yes. No, it was not my first attempt, but yes, I have written many unpublished notes too. When I was about 6 years old, my mother gave me a comic book. It inspired me so much that I wrote two comic books, Ting Tong and Chup Chup.
Okay. And you plan to print them someday? Are you planning to publish these also? No.
No.
Okay.
And then I read another book, Jokathon. It also inspired me so much that I read another book, that I wrote another book, What Joke, So Ha Ha Ha.
So these are jokes by you or researched by you? Have you Googled them and written, or have you thought of them and written?
I thought of them and written, and one thing I didn't realize that a joke in my comic book is the almost same joke in a cartoon too.
Okay, quite a coincidence.
Yes.
That's nice. Okay,
And
you've already said, yeah. Go ahead.
After
Sorry.
some days, I wrote. I saw a movie, Khichdi. It also inspired me so much that I wrote another comic book.
And this book, Khichdi, is it in Hindi or English?
It is in English.
Okay, so you saw Khichdi in Hindi and you made a book out of it in English.
Yes.
That's
And
awesome.
then when I was in 4th class, me and my friend Swanik both made a small book, The Robotic Planet, just for time pass. But when we were in 5th, my friend Swanik gave me a surprise gift on my birthday. That was that the book that we wrote was printed. Here is the copy of the book. He designed it and we both wrote it.
That's amazing. And you distributed the copies of this amongst your friends and known people or outside also?
No, we distributed to our friends and our teachers.
Okay. And who helps you edit these books once you write the first form? Do you do self-publishing or do you go through any other publisher? How does that work?
We do. We.
Do your parents help you with this work, publishing work?
No.
Okay.
My aunt Poonam Jain helped me with this.
That's amazing. That's interesting. Okay. And you mentioned that you started reading very early. So would you agree to the statement that reading definitely makes us more creative and dynamic as people?
Yes.
Okay. So you would like to give us a statement for our listeners today that reading is important and how it has benefited you?
Yes.
Please tell us.
Reading is very beneficial. If we read books, we can get many ideas. Like
Awesome.
here, the book I wrote. I wrote this book with reading only.
That is so amazing to know, really. At your age, really, like Abhishek said, we couldn't have ever imagined doing something like that. And the cover you said was designed by you. So
Yes.
did you also later hire a designer, or you didn't like his design and designed it yourself? What was the reason you didn't hire a designer for this work?
Actually, my aunt Poonam Jain met me with a publisher, Snehal Singh.
Right.
Snehal auntie gave me many samples of the front cover of my book, but I didn't like anyone. Then I got an idea. After some days, Snehal auntie asked me to draw the front
rough
cover
sketch,
of my
probably.
book. Yeah.
Okay.
Then I drew the front cover of my book, and here it is.
It is absolutely different, and I'm sure kids would love it. So is the book on Amazon?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is in USA on Amazon. In India, it is on Kindle.
It's on Kindle. Lovely. Are you also writing another piece now? Is it in process?
Yes, I'm writing another book too.
And that's also a fictional one?
Yeah.
Or you're writing a series of this one, or it's a new book altogether?
Yeah, it is a series of this one only.
It's a series of this one. Okay. Any quick message that you want to give us and the people who are listening to this?
Yes.
Yes, please.
I hope that you all will encourage the children like me, and you all will read my book FIVAB and the more coming books that will come after it.
Awesome. And are you planning to be an author in future, or do you have other plans too?
I was not having any plan to be an author, but now I think to be an author.
Now you think that that's your passion. That's amazing.
First, I was a car designer. I thought that I could be a car designer, but now I think that I could be an author.
Okay, car designing. You have tried your hands on that also?
Yes, this is a model of my car that I made it on my own.
Oh, can we see it one more time? Yes. Okay, that's amazing. Thank you. I'm sure it's going to encourage many young talents to try their hands on. Whether you're successful or not is not important, but you must continue to try. Like you tried car designing and you ended up being an author. So everybody who's listening to this should definitely try. Abhishek?
Yeah.
Anything from you? Yeah.
No, I think, it's wonderful. I didn't even realize how much you've written and how much you've, been working on this. And it's just fantastic to see. Like I said, I think your dad can retire now next year. You're going to take over family money. Now you're going to supply everything for them. So.
All right. With this, we'll definitely be publishing your interview on our website. Along with that, we will be covering you as a shooting star for our newspaper, where we will be definitely sending you some goodies because you are doing some brilliant work which can inspire many, many young kids. Thank you, Swastik,
Thank you.
from Shweta, and of course, Abhishek.
Thank you so much, Swastik.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful night.
Thank you, Abhishek and Enterprise, for helping us do this.
Our pleasure. Seriously, it was so beautiful to see such a great, young, talented child. And, you know, you're so articulate. You speak so well. You're able to put your thoughts together so well. And it's just fantastic to see. And I'm sure you're going to do wonderful things in the future.
Thank you.
And let your dad have
Thank you.